What's up, guys? I thought I would just go through my military collection that's in development to be a private museum. This is pretty much every American uniform I have at the moment, except for a few sailor uniforms and stuff from other countries. But I thought I would go through these right now and just do a run through, since I'm not going to be with these again very soon. So let's just go get started. So this is a lieutenant, junior grade, U.S. Navy. Got a small ribbon bar hiding under there. We got a Marine Corps gunnery sergeant, well decorated. During the war, they didn't have breast pockets, but those were added right after the war to Marine Corps uniforms. Also, the buttons are a little bit different than modern day. They also don't have the skirt pockets on the sides. This is a private first class of the Marine Corps, World War II. This one's special. It's an 82nd Airborne Staff Sergeant Technician. It was the All-American Division, meaning that for a long time divisions were put together and U.S. Army units were put together based on where people came from. So like Milwaukee people, where I'm from, were often put into the 32nd Infantry Division. But the All-American Division was one of the first units, if not the first, that included people from all over the country as the infantry collar insignia and jump wings and the expert infantrymen. This is a Southern Atlantic Forces uniform, an uncommon patch, ruptured duck patch above the right pocket, meaning that he was honorably discharged at the end of the war, and a corps patch on the arm here. This is a sergeant with overseas service and 1 enlistment completed. This is like a pretty simple uniform, like someone that basically just joined Army Corps of Engineers insignia on the collar there, which has not changed to this day. This one's real special. This is a very famous unit, well-decorated hero we have here. This is the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red 1, Staff Sergeant, decorated by foreign countries, including France here with the Croix de Guerre. Sharpshooter, Bronze Star, Combat Infantry Expert, Purple Heart. Very, very impressive individual. I believe it is also named, there we go. On the inside there is further information about who wore it. I haven't looked at it in a while though. This is another very impressive one. This is a technician corporal who worked on the Manhattan Project here. Very rare uniform to find, because if you have this patch, it means you were involved in the production of the atomic bomb, and that's the Corps of Engineers insignia again. Technician Corporal, Meritorious Unit. This is an Air Corps Corporal. Patch was probably put on by hand with a sewing kit at the time. Actually medical right here. So in the Army Air Corps, but medical, not a pilot or air crew or anything like that, and a different variant of the ruptured duck honorable discharge patch. This is the 20th Army Air Corps, Army Air Force Corporal. 1 enlistment, 1 overseas bar. Moderately well decorated. Another impressive ribbon bar. It's kind of funny that they're individually put on and not put on like a rack like they do nowadays, which is much better looking. And on the collar is a winged propeller, which signifies Army Air Corps Air Service, and another Air Corps patch on the sleeve. This is the only other officer uniform in the collection at this moment. In this section of it, this is an 4th Army Major of the infantry with a good conduct ribbon and crossed rifles on the lapels for infantry, and it has the belt that goes with it, which is attached to the uniform. This is a uniform for the 5th Army Sergeant Technician. It has the American Defense, Army Good Conduct, and the Europe, Africa, and Middle Eastern campaign. The collar insignia is for artillery, That's the North Africa patch, and this is a technician sergeant with some overseas service, and once again, 1 enlistment. This is an Air Corps, I believe it's an air crew member for the sterling silver wings here. Back in the day, they would have wings that were actually made of silver and sterling silver. He has 3 air medals, Army Good Conduct, and 4 Asiatic Pacific medal, service medals. Got another ruptured duck hiding under there. This is a staff sergeant, and apparently this was very common at the time. 1 enlistment, 1 overseas bar. Now this person was overseas a lot longer. Tech sergeant, or a corporal, technician corporal. I think that's the 24th Corps. And what's exciting is that this one has the ribbon/medal for the Philippine defense. So when the Japanese took it over, he was there for multiple phases, meaning multiple battle stars were put on there also. And this one is a ribbon bar that's 1 bar across and is also enameled in plastic. You can kind of see it gleaming in the light. Plastic coated ribbon bar, which we don't do anymore. Signal Corps, and you got the Pacific Forces patch. The little stars represent the island hopping campaign. And one of my favorites, one of the best tailored ones that are in the collection here. And this is the last one for now. It's another Air Corps one. I believe this is a British made patch. You can notice the difference in quality there. This is a private first class. Back in the day, private was no insignia and private first class was 1 chevron. Ribbons are once again a little bit different manufacture style. This one's a little bit dirtier for one thing, but excellent quality. This is a different material for the ruptured duck. So they had all kinds of different variants, and it's kind of whatever you got is what you had. Another Air Corps collar device, and that's pretty much it. Very, very glad to have these. Looking forward to having more. These used to be a lot cheaper, but they've gone up in price substantially. You might be wondering where you get all these, and you might be surprised also to hear that the answer is I got them on eBay. They used to be $10, $15, $20 each. Nobody wanted them. Everybody wanted like German and Japanese uniforms, and I wanted these ones because this is our country and this is what we fought for. And who won the war, right? I mean, this is our victory. And these have a different meaning to me now because of my own service, and I have a lot more respect for them and what they represent because of how hard it is to get it. And I'm just getting started, and we have to pay our respect to the people that have served. We want to keep history alive. We want to get many more uniforms to put into the collection and into what will become a very substantial museum that hopefully everybody can enjoy at some point. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.